So here we are at day 11. Congratulations, you're officially past the halfway point of this 21 days, and it's all downhill from here. And as we continue this journey, we're talking about how we develop an everyday relationship with the Lord through community. Today, as we continue, we're going to touch on how God uses others to encourage us and bring life. And I want to show you a passage from the book of 1 Samuel where King Saul was trying to kill David. It says, David now stayed in the strongholds of the wilderness in the hill country of Ziph. And David received the news that Saul was on the way to search for him and kill him. So here's David being hunted by Saul. Now, this isn't the first time. In fact, David has been on the run for a while at this point. And in this instance, David receives the word, hey, Saul's on his way to find you, and he's coming to kill you. Which might lead some of us to ask, what has David done to deserve this? The answer is nothing. Not only has David served God faithfully, but he had served at Saul's side faithfully. In fact, he had gone above and beyond in almost everything the king had asked of him. Yet, because of jealousy, Saul wants to kill David. So understand, David is not only fighting the battle to stay alive, but I have to believe David is fighting the battle to stay encouraged day after day. You ever been in that place where you're doing all the right things and yet it seems as if everything is still going wrong? It's discouraging, isn't it? It's a battle to stay encouraged. This is where David is. But then look what happens. It says, Jonathan went to find David and encouraged him to stay strong in his faith. Can you imagine how David's faith soared in the middle of such difficult circumstances? Again, we're reminded none of us can win the lifelong battle to stay encouraged in our faith and hold on to hope by ourselves. We all need a Jonathan in our life who can encourage us and help us go to new levels in our faith. And to understand how this works, I want you to think about a trampoline for a moment. So when you jump on a trampoline by yourself, you can jump pretty high. But I learned as a kid that it's a lot more fun to jump on a trampoline when others are on it with you. Why? Because if you have others on the trampoline and you time your jumps perfectly, you can, as we used to call it, you can rocket each other. And man, you can go to new heights you never thought possible. All of us who are parents of young children are cringing right now, but the reality is that in the same way that we can soar to new heights on a trampoline when we involve others, so our faith will soar to new heights when we surround ourselves with others who, like Jonathan, are life givers and encourage us to stay strong in our faith. Now, we all need a Jonathan in our life, someone who can encourage us. But the flip side is we all have a David in our life who needs to encourage as well. So today, instead of thinking solely about who is your Jonathan, I want to encourage you to think about who's a David in your life that you can be Jonathan too. Who do you know that's going through a tough time? Who do you know that's struggling right now? Who do you know that could use some encouragement? You might say, well, I have a few people like that in my life, but I'm not really sure what to say to help them. Listen, take the pressure off yourself and recognize that one of the greatest gifts you can give someone is not really what you say, but simply your presence. So yes, it could be a text, but it could be simply sitting with someone, listening and being present. Let's not forget, those things can be a great encouragement to someone's heart. Don't discount the gift of your presence. We all need encouragers, those people in our life who bring encouragement and life. Be that for someone else today. I'm praying for you, and I'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.